Welcome back to Morocco. As you can see, these are the rankings for the world. We're not doing so hot in any of the categories except for gross national product, which is how much gold you make per turn. We're making 7. We're netting 4 because we have military units that we're spending money each turn to maintain. So money-wise, we're doing great, which makes sense because that's Morocco's special ability. When I was recording last, I missed a couple turns. I didn't realize these videos have a maximum length to them, and I went over that length. So I think there's about 3 turns that are missing. Basically, we had gotten animal husbandry, which revealed this horse down here and a horse up here, which is not enough to make me want to go for, I think it's called open skies, which is the religious belief for pastures. But it was worth knowing if it would be something to consider. I wouldn't want to choose something else, then discover 2 or 3 turns later animal husbandry and find out there were horses everywhere, and it would have been better to go that way. So this is kind of an insurance policy for that. We also built a shrine, which produces 1 faith a turn. We're working on our worker. Our warrior is over here healing. He will heal a lot more now that he's inside our territory. This scout is up here. He's going to go down and kind of explore down here where we don't know what's over here yet. So let's give the scout that order to come down here and start exploring. These guys are going to be healing, and we have to choose what we want to research. I want to research archery so that I can get archers and send them up to fight some barbarians. Archers will cost 200 gold to buy, and I think that it'll be worth buying them right away. As soon as we get the technology, we'll unlock it and we'll send out archers to go out into the world. Marrakesh has grown. Once it gets up to about a 4 or 5, we'll start tinkering with how you want to, if you want the city to be like a production city, or a food city, or however you want it to be. But for right now, there's not really enough population to move around the population to try and speed things up or slow things down. These guys are fully healed up. They're going to come up here to fight these barbarians. Barbarians, there's a river here. This river is important because rivers provide a defensive bonus. So if you're on this side of the river and fighting barbarians, you're going to get penalties when you attack across the river. If you're on this side, however, there won't be any penalty. So we definitely want to be on this side of the river. So I'm going to send the warrior up to here. And once he gets up to there, he'll make his approach towards the encampment and kill them. And hopefully, by the time he gets up there, we'll have some archers, and we can send some archers to support our military efforts. So these guys got down here, and again, we're just exploring down here, trying to uncover any ancient ruins, any new civilizations, any city-states that we can find. All of those things would be very good to find. Let's keep exploring. He's moving. We're going to have a worker in 4 turns. The worker will start improving stuff around here. He'll start building farms and mines, and it'll really help our city grow faster and better. There's a military unit over here, which means we're going to be fighting the barbarians in the camp and this guy. Unit needs orders, which is our scout. Again, we're just exploring around here, trying to uncover the map and learn where things are. I don't think there's too much more over here. So once this scout is done... Okay, so these are the social policies, the number that each person has. About half the civilizations have 3 social policies. The other half have 2. We're in the bottom half of that. We're not going to be in the bottom half forever, or for most of the game. It's so early, it's only 25 turns in, so a small difference in technology is going to make a huge difference when you rank these people. So don't put too much stock into this. It's not that accurate.
The haft of the arrow had been feathered with one of the eagle's own plumes. We often give our enemies the means of our own destruction.
Sorry guys, I like to stop and pause and listen to the quotes. I've heard them 100 times, but I always find them interesting. To me, the guy who's stalking really sounds like Liam Neeson. I know it's not, but that's who I always picture. I think one of my friends looked it up, because I really did think it was Liam Neeson, and it's not. It's some other dude. So we have a choice here of what we want to research. We could get mining and start building some mines, which could be good. But we really need calendar to be able to unlock these ensigns. That's going to give us happiness, and it's going to let us trade if we ever discover another civilization. So I think calendar is the most important one here. So that's what we're going to get. There's a barbarian encampment here. That barbarian encampment is really close to Marrakesh, so we're going to have to take it out eventually. But our scouts are not the guys to do that. So first things first, we want to buy that archer for 200 gold. We're going to need him to clear out all these barbarians. So he'll be able to move next turn. We get a policy. I think we're going to keep going down the route of tradition. We're going to pick up legalism. It'll give us a free monument, which will give us more culture each turn and let us unlock even more social policies faster. And that's definitely what we want to do. We're probably going to fill out all of tradition, and then based on where we're at in the game and what's going on, we're going to pick another policy to go down. But everything in tradition is pretty good and will help us a lot. So that's what we're going to do. Some of my friends right now would probably be getting ready to build a settler and build another city. And while I do want another city, I want Marrakesh to be able to stand on its own two legs before I get a second city. I also don't want to start building a settler, because when you build a settler, your city stops growing for the 20 turns or so that it's going to take to build a settler. So your cities will be a lot smaller. What I like to do, especially when you're playing a rich civilization like Morocco, is save up the money, which will probably take you just as long as to build a settler as to save the gold to buy one. Then you buy the settler, but the advantage of doing that is, first of all, you're able to build something else in your city that time, and your city doesn't stop growing. So that's what I like to do. And that's probably the route that we're going to take. So this scout is going to head up here. He's not going to be really of much use at all in this battle. He needs to get up north anyway. He may be able to lend a hand, possibly. So here you see if we attack over a river, we get a minus 20% penalty. We don't want that. We also don't want to get sandwiched between these two barbarian units. So we're going to cross the river over here, and we're going to fight this barbarian. We're going to clear up these barbarian troops that are out, and hopefully the archer will be able to lend his support, and we'll be able to make kind of short work of them. So this archer can come over here and act as sort of backup for the warrior unit. That warrior, I don't know how quickly we're going to start fighting their brute. If the fight's in our favor, we'll start fighting them. If it's kind of a toss-up, we'll probably try and wait as long as we can for the archers to arrive. So we have a settler right now. I'm sorry, a worker. And the worker will be able to go and start building farms. And then once we get the calendar, we'll be able to go and start building plantations here. So what we're going to build in here is we're probably going to build another archer. Archers, well, no, that's a granary. That's not an archer. And we want an archer. Granary would be nice, but we need to defend our city and start wiping out these barbarians. So we need to get a little bit of a military. So this is where we stand. We're working on a second archer. We've got this guy. We're going to move him up here. He's going to start building a farm. These archers are coming over here to help with this battle. This warrior, if he fights the brutes, he'll have a minor victory, which I think is good enough to fight on our own. And then when the archers get here, they'll just help us finish him off. So let's do that. They're going to fight. We should do a little more damage to him than we take. Yep, he took 45, we took 17. That was pretty good. This scout is moving up here. I don't know what role the scout's going to play yet in the military campaign, if at any, if at all. He's probably going to just work his way up to the north over in this area and just be exploring. So he's probably not going to have anything to do with it. That said, I think we're just going to stop the video here and we will continue in the next one. We're all getting really close to getting our Desert Folklore. It takes 20 faith. As more pantheons get founded, the cost to found the next one goes up. So let's just check and see if there must have been another one that was discovered that I didn't notice the pop-up for. Okay, and someone else took fertility rights. That gives them a faster growth rate. That's fine. That's not what we want. No one else has gotten Desert Folklore yet. So hopefully we will get that in the next video. Okay, we'll continue later.